Wine glasses up, chips are ready to go. Steel and Vance,
Oh,
episode 41.
wait.
What's this?
Before we get going, we have an amazing viewer of this show named Eugene Hernandez who sent us a special delivery. It's in here, but we took a picture so you can see it.
Look at this.
Look at this. M&Ms with our names on them.
Are you kidding me right now?
That is just crazy. And they're delicious, and what a lovely, thoughtful gesture. Thank you, Eugene.
Our viewers are the best.
They
Our
are.
viewers are, we love you.
We've been
right
getting
back.
tons and tons of photos from you.
Yep.
People who are sending us viewer party
Pics.
photos. So let's show you a couple. This is Mike, and that's Chewy and Rocky in the
Hi, guys.
foreground from Maple Ridge.
Hi, Chewy. Hi, Rocky.
Thanks for watching.
Love it.
This is from Lorna. Hi, Lorna. And we have also a shot from Tom in Winnipeg, who is watching a few other things at the same time.
He is one of the longtime fans who has always been on social media. We first met on social media in Toronto, and he's followed along with the career, and he
Nice.
loves both of us. Thank you for watching, Tom. Thank you for being so engaged. If you'd like to join our viewing party, just take a picture of yourselves right now. It doesn't need to be
Yeah.
fancy. You can be in it. You can just take a picture of your toes, but take a picture of you watching us right now, then send it to us either on our social media or by way of our email address at #viewing-party.
We have a jammed show, like
do.
so many guests that we're going to be doing,
It's a record.
revolving chair kind of situation. We're going to be talking about the crazy biggest news, which is Donald Trump being indicted. Everybody's been talking about that this week, 37 criminal counts, and we're going to have our Steel and Vance Washington correspondent.
He's our very own Reggie Cicchini. We love this man. He was in it. He was in the middle of it. He was even rushed by a MAGA Trumper.
Wow.
Yeah, he's going to join us and sort of unpack it all. So if you've only been sort of skipping along the surface, this is one of those opportunities where we watch the news for you.
Yeah.
And you've got one topic you brought to the table, and I think this is a good one. Carry-on luggage.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't have a problem with people doing the carry-on luggage,
No.
except for that people are abusing it. They're too big, and they're trying to jam their stuff in the overhead. And Daily Hive had wrote a piece saying, oh, watch out. Air Canada is getting stricter about this. So we have our airline expert, former Air Canada COO Duncan D, coming on to talk about what's going on with that.
He'll give us some serious perspective on that. We will also have a new segment called Get Healthy.
Yeah.
So a couple of tips for you. We're going to talk about cataract surgery because it is Cataract Awareness Month.
It is, and you may not, I mean, we all have heard cataract, what is it? How do
Yeah.
you treat it? We're going to find out from Dr. Stephen Shandell, who's going to be in the studio.
Yeah, Dr. Shendell's super cool and brings a perspective on, as many people say, getting cataract surgery
Right.
is actually easier than going to the dentist. So we'll talk that through.
Throw your glasses away,
Check your glasses.
maybe,
Yeah.
not fully.
Yeah.
Also, if you're someone who has trouble sleeping, because you know what? Most of us have trouble getting some Z's, we are going to have a professional sleep coach in the studio. Rebecca, oh, darn it, I'm going to screw up her name.
You got it.
Galius.
Vergalius.
Vergalius.
Vergalius. Yeah, she's awesome.
Rebecca's going to laugh at me.
That's great. But hey, everybody's going to remember her. And she's going to give us some tips on the mistakes we're making and what we can do to perhaps get to sleep and, Linda, stay asleep. But right now, it's busy. We got to get to our... Let's unpack.
Okay, so a lot of people are talking about this story in Kelowna at a track meet where a 9-year-old girl is going to do the shot put. Some older man comes running in. He's a grandfather of someone else there and starts accusing her of being trans, that she's a boy and she shouldn't be able to participate. Like, what?
This almost belongs in What the Hell is Wrong with People, but it's such a big news story that we have to say it.
The mom is speaking out, and she says that they tried to get this guy to stop. He wouldn't stop, demanded to see, allegedly, the birth certificate to prove that this 9-year-old was a girl. You know what? That is not okay. The premier reached out and said, this is wrong.
And he's
Like,
in the Port
stop it.
He's in the Port Alberni Sports Hall of Fame for Greco-Roman wrestling, and they're now revisiting whether or not to remove him from there.
He
this
claims
is not
it's
sports
not
person.
true.
Okay. Okay.
Whatever, right? So, hey, you know what? I'll
Check yourself.
Makes you go crazy. I'm driving down Oak Street and was like, what? Look at the price of gas right now. This is in Vancouver the other day. $2.05 a liter, and we're at the beginning of the summer gas
driving
season where it's going, it's going to be even more.
They said we could get up to $2.20 a liter. Yeah. It's a thing. It's a thing. I am plugging in my Prius Prime right now because it's a
going,
little bit of
"Hurrah."
both. Yeah.
Yeah, not unless you're someone who can barely buy the groceries.
But I'd like to see some regulation on the ebb and flow of gas and oil. Like, come on, it can't be always. Oh, there's like a
I know,
supply
nobody's buying
problem. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
We're
It's
being
like, come on,
gouged,
we are
Jody.
being gouged, but our government is responsible for dealing with that because it affects absolutely everything we buy.
Yeah.
So we're going to be talking about this for a long time.
Some good news for people who want a little hop, skip, and a jump over to the island from Vancouver, from downtown Vancouver. There is a new passenger ferry that's going to be starting up between Nanaimo and Vancouver. I would take that.
Sure.
For me, it's I don't have the wheels to get out to Horseshoe Bay or to Tawasin, and
Yeah.
I just don't.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to get on Harbour Air, which is an awesome way to fly, but it can be pricey. So yeah, I would fully jump on one of these passenger ferries downtown.
Yeah, it's just another way to get to and from.
It's
the
90
island,
minutes.
right?
Not
and that's
bad.
a beautiful 90 minutes.
90
I mean,
or
we're
70,
so
yeah.
lucky.
70 minutes even
70
better.
minutes, 90 minutes on the regular ferry. It's an hour 35.
Okay, also, Granville Island announced this week they're doing kind of a pilot that in certain areas you're going to be able to drink alcohol. Not sure what I think about this. I imagine it's probably a nothing burger.
It's long overdue. It shouldn't be certain times of day. It should be responsible drinking. The people who are irresponsibly drinking don't care if there are rules. Just open it up. It's like being in Spain. In Madrid, one of the beautiful things of hanging out in Madrid at the Mercado was that, yeah, I could sit down and have a beer. I had a
like
beer.
an adult?
What?
Are you kidding me? Yeah, well, we're starting to do it now in the parks. That took
just let it
forever in
happen.
Vancouver.
Pull it back. If there's a problem, pull it back. But this like slow walking drip, drip, drip is not, it's ridiculous.
Let's bang real quickly through some big stories. We
let's
told
go.
you last week about Paul Bernardo, the killer who's been in jail for 29 years, who suddenly got moved from maximum to medium security. And the Prime Minister and the Public Safety Minister, how could this happen? Well, guess what? It turns out their offices knew.
Of course they did.
Knew months ago. But here's some other big news. The special rapporteur in the Chinese interference case, David Johnston, finally said, okay, I guess I'm out because people don't trust me. And so he's gone. And now guess what? Oh, maybe there will be a public inquiry after no. But the opposition has to come up with the terms. So great, over to you. And one more thing. Oh, guess what? Now the RCMP are investigating the allegations of interference on the Conservative MP Michael Chong's family.
Right. There's so much
bam,
time
bam,
wasted.
bam, bam, bam.
So much time wasted within this whole process. So many tax dollars wasted. You've said from the very beginning, just do an inquiry. Just let's be transparent in what we're dealing with. Protect the people who need protecting within it in terms of those who are on the CSIS file and whatnot. But come on, this is also exhausting. It could have been over in a heartbeat.
The Prime Minister could have just said what he knew, when he knew it, who told him.
And
he
no.
could have just said that.
Let's just talk real quick about wildfires. There's some people that are conspiracy
Crazy?
theorists. Yeah, thank you. I needed you to finish that sentence for sure. Are eco-terrorists causing all the fires?
God forbid,
no.
It's not climate change. It's a bunch of leftists running around setting fires in the bush. That, I'm sure there have been people who have been accused of arson.
Human-started fires are real. A human cause is real. Are eco-terrorists starting wildfires in Canada? No, they're not.
No, it's a diversion tactic. Let's not talk about climate change. Let's talk about those crazy eco-terrorists.
Let's talk about what's coming up next on the show.
All right, still ahead. Trump's in trouble. Big trouble, facing over 400 years
You
behind
got popcorn?
bars.
You got popcorn?
Yeah. Will he be convicted? Will he take a plea deal? Will he potentially pardon himself? We'll take you to D.C. for a chat with Washington correspondent Reggie Cecchini when we come back.